Hey, my name is Luke. As Alex said, I'm step to 7 on YouTube. Step to 7. I guess if we're gonna say it right. Not Steven. Common misconception. I guess there is cat hair on my microphone. Or is that my hair? That is my hair. That was fun. Okay, so a little bit about me. Okay, so now I think I talk about myself a little bit. I'm not especially good at summarizing myself. Not so much because I'm so complex, but because I don't know who I am, man. I don't know what I do. I guess I was a YouTuber. I was a YouTuber for a while. I made videos like every week for a year or two, and then I kind of drifted away, stopped doing that, then started again, and stopped, then tried to help other people do stuff on YouTube with this whole thing called RealTubers, which lasted exactly a month and 1 week. I like artsy stuff. I like computery stuff. Sports are hard. Sports is hard. Grammar is confusing. I am bad at talking without jump cuts, and I not infrequently lose my breath speaking. Like right now. I'm surprised I'm not panting at the moment. Wait, I am. I'm a senior in high school, so yeah, getting out of this place soon. What? I was homeschooled for most of my life, which was interesting. Lonely for lots of high school, but interesting and I think pretty effective for academia. Now I go to a small Christian school nearby, which is basically like homeschooling with fewer blood relatives around. Yeah, and that's fun. I enjoy that. I don't know how to talk about myself without seeming pretentious. I guess I'll try to answer where have I been, even though you guys didn't know where I used to be, since you guys don't know who I am. I talk weird. Yeah, so, I haven't been doing YouTube much recently, partly because I don't have the need to. A lot of the reason I was doing YouTube when I was younger was to feel a sense of, like, statistical gratification. You know, knowing that someone liked your video is kind of a help to the ego when you're that desperate, which I was. But now I feel a little bit more accepted by not number people, and that makes it a little better and makes YouTube a little bit less necessary for my mental health. Another reason I stopped was I was figuring out a bunch of stuff about how I function. When you're homeschooled, you really don't have to deal with a lot of new things on a day-to-day basis. It's basically just you and work. And you don't really have to react to new stimuli. But then when you go to like school and interact with people, there are a lot of new things and a lot of new stimuli to react to, and a lot of new realizations to have about how you function and how you need to change how you function. Like, I was pretty oblivious on how to do a lot of social things, and I still am, but I'm slowly learning what I am oblivious to and how maybe I should fix that. And I think this ties in a little bit to what Kevin was saying about how time kind of seems to speed up when you're a little bit older and a little more mature. And I feel like I obviously don't know, because I am a youth. I'm like half a decade younger than the youngest person on this channel. But what am I saying? Oh yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like part of the reason time feels so slow when you're a kid or a teenager, whatever you want to call it, is you're learning so much about yourself, learning so much about yourself and the world, that really on a day-by-day basis the world might be like a completely different thing to you. And like your friends are changing, but also your idea of yourself is changing very rapidly, and your ideas about what you can do, what you can't do, what you're good at, how you should change, how all that stuff is changing very quickly, because you don't know yourself completely. You don't know your optimal functional state, and I don't think people really ever learn that, or rarely do completely. But I think even more so when you're younger, and there are fewer routines and more changes and less consistency, and every change and every new idea makes time feel slower. And I don't know, I'm just rambling now and losing my breath because I can't talk for so long.